Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. And it is, of course, the edition of the program, February 24th. 2021.
Are you going to sing a song or something, or can I just go back to work?
All right, let me try here. Me.
Can we all please get back to work?
All right, let's just get back to work, okay?
Is this not a glorious day or what?
Well, I think it's a glorious day. I think any day's a glorious day. The official time is now 6:08 on the Get Up and Go Show. Mr. Clock, would you please certify that?
It's now 6:08 a.m.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clock. And we are off and running for Wednesday. Good morning, Bonnie.
We say good morning to you, Evan.
How are you?
Fine and dandy this morning. I couldn't be better. I mean, it's already Wednesday, and, we're looking forward to the weekend. We've got the St. Lucie County Fair beginning. I believe it starts on Friday.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Okay. I've got a damn frog in my throat.
A frog?
I've got a frog in my throat.
Well, you better just kind of like tap your little Adam's apple there and...
I don't know, I'm tapping, but
kind
nothing's happening here. Me. Nothing's happening.
I wonder if maybe the high pollen count is causing that again.
I don't know. It just started like when I was in here in the studio. I feel like there's like this little, I don't know. It's like something is, it just started like 40 minutes ago. Like something's in the back of my throat and it's just like hanging there, no pun intended. Like that little thing that hangs in the back of your throat. I don't even know what the heck that thing is called.
Have you been spending time outside?
No, I'm literally inside. I'm inside at the stadium. I don't spend a lot of time outside, but it's like there's this little, I don't know what it is. It's like something like when you swallowed something and it gets stuck in the back of your throat and all of it doesn't go down and just a little piece of it is just like kind of hanging out there. So if you hear me go or things like that during the morning show, don't worry, I'm not sick. I'm 100% healthy. I had my temperature checked before I walked in the door. We have a little 4-foot person at the door taking temperatures out there.
I got my temperature checked like twice in the last 2 weeks. One was when I went up to WPSL, our sister station.
Oh, they checked it before you walked in the door there?
Yes, Greg had a little temperature checker.
Oh,
and,
wow.
He tested my forehead and, everything was cool, fortunately.
Okay.
So I got to go in there and produce for a little while. And let's see when I went to the Port St. Lucie Home Show over the weekend too.
Okay.
I didn't have her give my temperature in the forehead. I was able to just direct out my arm. They did tested
it that way?
On my bare arm.
That's weird.
I said, I saw a guy in line do the same thing before me.
Weird. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. So
that's definitely different.
But yeah, temperature checked twice. That pollen count is at a moderate today. And tomorrow it's going to be even worse. It's going to be between a moderate and very high once again.
Wow. I get my temperature checked every day that I go to work now because I work at the stadium. And they check my temperature. They make sure that everything is good. They have their series of COVID questions. I have to answer no to all of them. And then I get my little wristband and away I go.
Where's your little pink bracelet that you were wearing yesterday?
Yesterday's bracelet, I took it off before I came in today. Yesterday's color was orange. So yesterday was the orange color. Now today, I don't know what color I'm going to get today. I'm not sure.
A different color every day.
You get a different color every day.
Yep.
And I do believe they're going to be doing temperature checks at the stadium for the fans when they go in. I got my official New York Mets face coverings yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Both Gavin and I did because Gavin works at the stadium
Are
too.
they pretty? are they designed?
Well, yeah, they're
like
really nice. They
designer?
have New York Mets logos all over them.
Oh,
They're
wow.
very cool looking.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. How about that terrible SUV accident with Tiger Woods just around
Don't get
23
me
hours ago now?
Don't get me started on that.
Oh, man. He's
You and I were talking off air about that earlier.
Yeah.
And man, you and I can rant on for about a half hour about him.
Sounds like he's kind of fortunate to be alive. Evan, I really don't know all the details. I have some different stories here.
Yeah.
There's one, don't quote me, but one is telling us that he could have broken 2 legs.
Well, the doctor's report is already out, and he has to get screws and rods and all sorts of stuff in one leg, that the bone was protruding through one of his legs. So you are correct in that aspect.
And
I saw that this morning.
He did wake up from the overnight surgery, I guess, of one leg, and he woke up and looks like he was talking, and he was okay.
Well, they have to do toxology reports and all sorts of other things to make sure that he wasn't under the influence or on any kind of alcohol or drugs. They have to take into consideration if he was speeding, how fast he was going. I'm sure there's security cameras. I've already seen video of the car going by off somebody else's security cameras. So there's so many different circumstances that are weighing into this right now. Plus the fact that he's, quote, Tiger Woods. I don't know. I don't know what just a normal, everyday, average John Doe. Think about that.
Well, it looks like he was driving in a 45 mile per hour zone. And I wonder if it's going to come about where he was driving too fast for conditions. You can only make insinuations.
Yeah, you can only think he could have been going too fast for conditions. Now, they did interview witnesses. They interviewed people. I've seen some of those interviews already. And all the interviews I've seen, the people are saying that this area is very well known for people speeding through and not negotiating that curve in a safe manner. So what does that tell you right there?
Sounds like he was probably, driving along a little bit too fast for a one vehicle rollover, was it?
And then how many lives does he get? He's like a cat. He gets 9 lives. And he's had other instances before where he's been in other accidents and he's come out. So he's had a little bit of a life to live.
I remember back in 2009 when he was going through all that tabloid trash, of course, because didn't he have to go to some kind of counseling for sex? Too many women, too many sexual partners, and he had some sort of a problem with that.
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't know. I know that he had to go to counseling, but I don't remember what exactly it was for that he had to go to counseling. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was just cheating too much. He
had this beautiful wife.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, beautiful kids.
She is.
And to just throw it all away just for some hoochie mama, that's kind of ridiculous. That's just why would you do that? You got a gorgeous wife. Why just throw it all away?
Yeah, I think I do recall that he did do some sort of counseling because he had, he just had some sort of admitted problem with that.
Yeah, he had an addiction. An addiction to women is what it was.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Anyway, the sheriff's department out in LA saying this could take up to several weeks to complete the investigation.
This is something that's going to be going on for quite some time. And I think this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
He really does go up and down. With that comeback, that sensational comeback that he had just last year. And, he's had back surgery too and back problems.
Right.
The guy just seems to, I think he's going to be able to lift himself up out of this again. If anybody can, it would be Tiger Woods.
I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you.
Yep,
respectfully, I'm going to disagree respectfully because how many times can he come back from failure? How many times? Is he like a cat? Does he have 9 lives? Does he have 2 lives? You have to think about
Yep.
that.
I think you got to wonder, but I'm
His
going to
celebrity stature.
stick with the positive until the whole investigation goes through.
Yeah.
And I guess we do get more details on
He has
it.
that celebrity stature, which again, that works in his favor. But then again, it could work against his favor.
Well, thank goodness he came through all this, because I know
Yeah.
he's like really close with his mother,
Yeah.
and just think how upset a mom would be,
Right.
and her and Tiger are very, very close.
Well-
And you got to think of his kids too. That I'm just glad he's fine.
Here's
I
the
guess.
main thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where all else, he didn't get killed.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
No matter how much you like the guy, how much you dislike the guy, how much you think he was wrong, he was right, he was speeding, whatever, nobody deserves to die. And of course, I mean, we're all going to pass away sooner or later, some in more different ways than others.
Mm-hmm.
Some unfortunate, some fortunate, but nobody deserves to die.
Sometimes I think I could be in a crash on that area between Palm City and Port St. Lucie, where
Mhm.
you go through South Bend
Yeah.
and the Becker Road area, and where it starts out real windy and curvy, and it
Mhm.
gets slow down there by the river. And some people in
Well,
the
they have those
past,
speed bumps
they,
too.
now they have the speed bumps,
Right.
but still there are people along that drive that will try to pass you, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
I hate that. I'm going the speed limit, especially like if when the turnpike had all the construction, I had to come the back way
Yeah.
through Becker Road and then go. And I know what you're talking about on South Bend. That's north of Becker. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about coming to work here at 4:00 in the morning, and you take the back way when the turnpike is closed. Excuse me. And you go to the end of Becker and you make a right turn, and you have that winding road that goes all through like Palm City area
Oh yeah, yeah.
and everything. And then all of a sudden,
I keep forgetting the name of that road, and I take it from time
High
to time.
Meadows,
Yeah.
that's High Meadows Road. And you get on High Meadows, and then just people, they're just the damnedest drivers.
Yeah.
They just want to pass you like it's the Daytona 500.
I know those guys in those like really high trucks. Almost, they just kind of like want to those high.
Well, no matter what it
trucks.
is. And
I
you know what gets me?
Some of them, I should
Excuse me.
say, a few of them have tried.
You know what gets me, Bonnie, is they'll go around you and they'll speed up because you're doing the speed limit, and the light ahead changes red. And by the time you get there, they're still at the light,
I know,
and it's red.
Isn't it funny how somebody passes you even on US Highway 1?
Yeah.
And they think they're making
Yeah.
then you do it's like you're saying, Evan, you wind up at the same stoplight together
Yeah.
anyway for some odd reason.
Yeah, and I'll roll my window down, my little smart self, and I'll just kind of wave and I'll say, "Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Nice to see
Remember
you.
me?
Remember me, the guy you passed back there? Well, we're here at the same light, and we're just kind of hanging out at the same time together." And that'll just tick them off.
I'm sure it does.
And I'll smile.
Yeah.
I'll smile throughout the whole thing.
Oh.
And I this guy, I'll never forget. This one guy did that once to me, and I just smiled at him and waved. And
Yeah.
he gave me the national high sign, if you know what
Oh.
that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he gave me
yeah.
the one finger salute.
That's not very nice to do.
And I
while
looked
you're
back
out
at him,
there.
and I looked back at him, and I went, "Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you think I'm number one. Have a nice day."
Oh,
And I
yeah.
rolled my window up, and that was it. I didn't salute him back, because if I'd have saluted him back, then that would have been, that possibly could have started road rage.
I think that only happened. I think I've only given the finger like one time, and this was back in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is
Wow.
about it was the day of 9/11. The day of 9/11.
Right.
So coming off after work, and we saw the things with the towers and
Right.
in New York City, and the gas lines were really long.
Mhm.
So I'm driving this huge. My husband at the time, I'm driving his long car, this big black 1976 Montego.
I remember
It
those.
was a Mercury Montego.
Like a Sherman tank.
It was like a tank.
Yeah.
And I'm in the gas line, and this carload of, well, I'll just say these girls
Okay.
in this in this little SUV, and they were all piled in together.
Okay.
They were right in back of me and accused me of backing up and backing into their SUV
Oh,
and came in the store. You know,
Wow.
I'm just this little girl, you know, in a ponytail coming from work, and they were really loud about it and
Mhm.
being kind of obnoxious girls from the south side of Madison, if you
Wow.
know what I mean. I was in Madison, Wisconsin at the time.
okay.
So they were loud in the store, accused me of drinking when I was just coming home from work.
Yeah, you were drinking all right. A Gatorade.
Yeah, grabbing a Gatorade or something,
Probably.
but accused me of backing into them. And so I stayed quiet about it with my head down. That's all
Mhm.
you can do when there's a mob, if you know
Mhm.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Gas in my car. I prayed. I started the car.
Yeah.
Car started. I
Okay.
knew I had pedal to the metal. And
Okay.
as they all were coming out, I had the window rolled down with that big birdie, and
Wow.
I stepped on it all the way home.
The big birdie.
True story.
The big birdie.
I mean, you're South Madison, and there's a mob of girls, you know, and I guess I was just so lucky that, you know, the Montego didn't do me wrong, and I could get out of there.
Wow. There's your car starting. I remember this. There you go. You're rubbing the engine.
Yep.
And there goes Bonnie.
Looking out the window and
Yeah, but that's not really how you peeled away. This is what you really did.
oh yeah,
And there goes the finger out the window.
yes,
And there goes Bonnie.
and straight up the Beltline Highway.
See you
all the way
later.
home.
How you doing? See you later. Yeah, there goes Bonnie. 6:23 on the Get Up and Go show on a Wednesday. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. Authorities said golfer Tiger Woods was seriously injured after his SUV rolled over and ended up on its side after a crash. WPTV's Todd Wilson with the story.
Inside and outside the golf world, people are stunned to see the images of the one vehicle crash where Tiger Woods sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries near Los Angeles.
No skid marks, no break-in. So apparently the first contact was with the center median, and from there then crossed into the opposing lane of traffic, hit the curb, hit a tree, and there was several rollovers during that process.
Woods was the only person in the vehicle at the time of the crash. According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, first responders had to remove the windshield in order to get him out of the wreckage.
However, thankfully, the interior was more or less intact, which kind of gave him the cushion to survive what's otherwise would have been a fatal crash.
I contacted former PGA golfer Bob Murphy, who is a big fan of Tiger. He said he was shocked by what happened.
The car is a mess, and it's a miracle that he's out.
One of Tiger's biggest admirers, golf legend Jack Nicklaus, and his wife Barbara sent out their best wishes on Twitter, saying, in part, Barbara and I just heard about Tiger's accident, and like everyone else, we are deeply concerned. We want to offer him our heartfelt support and prayers at this difficult time. I spoke with trauma surgeon Dr. Faris Azar with St. Mary's Medical Center about Tiger's injuries.
Simply, if a bone is broken and just needs to be realigned and allowed to heal, that's one extreme of the equation. And then you can have a completely mangled extremity on the other end of the spectrum where multiple bones are broken, their blood vessels and nerves injured.
In Jupiter, Todd Wilson, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Governor Ron DeSantis has directed flags at 3 state buildings to be flown at half-staff today to honor Palm Beach resident and conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh, who died last week. DeSantis sent a memorandum Tuesday to Tom Berger, Development and Management, Palm Beach Mayor Gail Cogniglio, and Palm Beach County Mayor Dave Kerner. It directs the state and U.S. flags to be flown at half-staff from sunrise to sunset at the Palm Beach County Courthouse in West Palm Beach, Town Hall in Palm Beach, and the Florida Capitol Building in Tallahassee. During a news conference in West Palm Beach last week, DeSantis announced that he intended to have flags in Florida lowered once funeral arrangements for Limbaugh had been made. The decision has been met with backlash by by several state leaders, including Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, who said she would disregard DeSantis's order. West Palm Beach Mayor Keith James told WPTV on Monday that the city would not be lowering the flags. Oakland Park Mayor Jane F. Bolin said the governor's order violates the state's flag protocol. Palm Beach County Commissioner Melissa McKinley announced Tuesday night on Twitter that the county courthouse wouldn't be lowering its flag. The city of Stuart is now cracking down on the use of plastic straws.
I mean, it's a great thing. It helps the environment. It's biodegradable.
At the Sailor's Return restaurant in Stuart,
The city was actually kind enough to give us a heads up. And then we just made adjustments.
plastic straws are a thing of the past, and paper straws are the new norm.
It does hurt a little bit of the bottom line because it's a little more of an expensive product.
Beginning in 2021, city officials say businesses and vendors who distribute them could be subject to fines of up to $1,000.
Most of the enforcement right now with the plastic straw ordinance involves our neighborhood services division going out, talking to businesses and business owners, helping to get businesses into compliance that might not be.
Also has a second ordinance banning straws and all other plastic items from events held on city property.
When we have 5,000-10,000 people at an event, we're not handing out 5,000-10,000 or more straws, and it just compounds the problem.
AJ says his customers rarely notice the new paper straws.
We went through a couple of products because some of the products didn't work for us. One dissolves too quickly. Another one, I guess we had a guest that complained that it made the drink taste a little funny.
And those that do generally welcome the change.
And I think that we have a lot of people that do care about the waters here for many years. They've been fighting for all the algae and everything.
In Stuart, I'm Derek Lowe, WP News Channel 5.
The Houston Rockets waived center DeMarcus Cousins on Tuesday. The move came after a mutual decision was made between the team and the big man to part ways. Cousins, whose a veteran's minimum salary of $2.3 million was guaranteed by the Rockets last week as a token of gratitude, will explore interest from other teams. Cousins, age 30, a four-time All-Star attempting to resuscitate his career after a series of serious injuries, averaged 9.6 points, 7.6 rebounds while shooting only 37.6% from the floor in 25 games with the Rockets. News time 6:29. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
.30 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, we're not seeing any accidents here on the road, so really it's a nice-looking Wednesday morning to be traveling. No accidents, no tie-ups, and there's your latest look at traffic. In Stuart, it's 65. In Oulu, Finland this morning, it's snowing and only 17 degrees. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Wednesday sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 50s along the Treasure Coast, mostly clear skies and some patchy fog for the morning drive. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 80s, plenty of sunshine through the day, then some late day showers possible. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow through Friday, high pressure controls our weather pattern. Morning lows in the mid 60s and highs in the low 80s, partly sunny skies with low rain chances. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
So apparently I was scanning around here on Facebook in the commercial break, and I just saw something that, get this, Bonnie, this is pretty interesting. You know how in Major League Baseball last year they had the fan cutouts in the stadiums?
Yes.
Well, guess what? We're going to have fan cutouts at Clover Park.
Nice.
Yes.
That's going to be so
Spring
much
training
fun.
fan cutouts are now available. I just noticed it.
Wow.
And they're available for $40 each.
That's it?
To make the
that's not
stadium
bad.
to make the stadium look completely full, because we're only allowing about 1,200 people in. So you can buy your cutout online at what's the web address? If you go to MLB.com/Mets/fans, there's a bunch of stuff in there. It's really cool. You can get a cutout, and for $40, the money goes to a good cause, and your cutout will stay there for all the spring training games.
That's
so you
cool.
don't move.
That is like so much fun. Do you move a little bit when the wind blows out there, though?
No, it'll be strapped down to the seat.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it'll be strapped
It'll
down
be
to the seat.
flying
You don't have to
away.
worry about your hair moving or nothing like that.
All of a sudden, people look up and see my cutout flying high above the stadium.
So
like
that's going to be really cool. That's going to be
is.
very, very cool. They're going to be doing that.
Do you know the procedure of like? Can you pick like any picture of yourself to be your?
Yeah, there are certain guidelines. You can't have any kind of commercial advertising on your cutout or any social media handles or anything like that. It just has to be, and they would like you in Mets gear.
So do they somehow take a picture of you?
No, you
or-
take it yourself.
Okay.
And you submit it, is what you do, and you pay your $40 online.
Yeah.
And then they'll craft it and cut it out, and it'll be a cutout of you.
Do you know where the proceeds might go when you pay your
I
40?
didn't read it, but
okay.
it goes to a foundation.
Very
I do
nice.
believe. Yes.
I think that's the coolest thing.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
definitely. So let's do some viral videos. So I only have one this morning, Bonnie. It's we're going to fast forward to the year 2040. 2040. Do you think parents are already naming their kids after pandemic things? Well, there's a woman who imagined a future conversation between a teacher and a student. She plays both parts. And I'm just going to let you listen into the conversation. All right, here we go.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Sashal. Sashal, that's a cool name. Did your parents give you an interesting middle name too? Yeah, you know, a lot of people hate their middle names, but I actually think mine's really pretty. It's Distance. Distance? Sashal Distance? Yeah, and hey, meet my sister, Quarantina.
There you go.
Quarantina
and social distance.
like social
She
distance.
must be from the France country.
I hope
from France.
I hope there aren't people naming their kids like COVID or something out of all of this. Here's a name for you.
All right.
Mascalina.
Mascalina.
You know, you got the mask.
Ah, yes. I like that. I like that. Mascalina. Oh, Mascalina. Oh, Mascalina. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Mascalina. There you
Sounds
go.
a little masculine, but I think that would be a girl's name with the Lena at the end.
Mascalina.
Mascalina.
Yeah, I like that.
Or you could name someone like Kafamuka.
Kafamuka. Where does Kafamuka come in?
Just because you know you got COVID and you might be coughing
Oh,
a little bit.
Kafamuka. Okay. Kafamuka. Okay. All right.
I hope nobody gives any
How about
kids these.
Spewamuka? There you go.
Oh well, yeah, that'd be good for a young son. Just call him Spew for short.
Yeah, Spew. Hi, meet Spew. Here's my other kid, Spit. Spit and Spew.
Good gosh, I hope no poor kids get any of these names.
Oh my gosh.
We're just having fun.
If you think you have a good COVID nickname, we would love to hear from you this morning. You know who you are. Give us a call, 220-9788 if you're listening to the program. If you don't want to call in, that's perfectly fine. You can just shout the name out and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll hear you outside.
And, you know, we always invite traffic calls too. So if you see any accidents, any tie-ups, we always like to know about it. So we
Yeah,
can
if you see something, say something.
pass it along.
That's the WPSL motto. If you see
That's what
something,
Ray
say something.
says. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to steal his line because then I'd be copyright infringements. and they could sue me.
Well, we do have a different number, 220-9788.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And,
I should call up there and disguise my voice and say, hello, is this WSTU? I'm looking for Evan and Bonnie. Where do I find them at? Kind of play on them.
He would be looking, he would have that puzzled look on his face going.
And they don't have caller ID up there because they have the same phone system we do.
Yeah.
So they can't tell where the call's calling from.
I don't ever remember us having caller ID here.
Well, you can
I
star
guess.
69 the number back.
Yeah, I've seen you do that
Yeah,
before.
That's right. So if you want to play on me, I'll play right back to you.
You know what?
I play hardball when it comes to the phone.
My guy Gary had a situation last night where
Did
he got an alert and
Mhm.
somebody had used his card.
Oh,
I think it was.
what did he get? A bank alert? Fraud alert?
It was. They used it. They spent $1 somewhere. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it does. And here's why. Prior to him getting that alert, he may have gone somewhere and tried, or he used his card. And what they do is they do a $1 authorization to make sure the card is valid.
Oh.
That dollar will fall off and the actual charge will show up. So that could be valid because companies do that. A lot of vending machines, they'll do a $1 authorization. Various places.
That's yeah. I've just never run across that, but
Yeah,
I
various
guess it,
places will do a $1. Did it show where it was from?
I think it did, and I can't remember where he said
Mhm.
it had been from. He's gonna take care of all. He started to take care of it yesterday, and
Mhm.
his card was stopped. But it's more.
Oh, he
calling
called and he locked the card down.
Yeah, I think he locked it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He may have used it subconsciously somewhere to buy a beverage or something from a vending machine or anything, and they do what's called a $1 authorization.
Yeah.
Gas stations will do that. If you go to the gas station and use your card as credit and not debit, then they'll do like what's called a $1 authorization, and then the charge will show up on your statement like 2 or 3 days later if you're using it as a credit card.
Yep.
So he may have gone to that gas station to get gas and they did a $1 authorization.
Hey, here's an update on getting my stickers for my vehicles.
Oh yeah,
because
what's the deal with
it's
that?
happy birthday to you and I, right, Evan? Because
Yeah,
those
because you're a
stickers
week before me.
coming around. Well, I have 2 stickers to get, so I sent them in to the tax collector at the
Yeah.
same time. And get this,
What?
they sent me one sticker back for my RAV4,
Right.
but they didn't send me the sticker back for the Mustang. Instead, throughout the paperwork, intertwined was the check for the Mustang and its paperwork. So they received the check for the RAV4, but I still have, but they didn't
Wait a minute.
even see the check in the envelope for, I
So
sent
you
them 2
wrote
checks.
2. Why would you send 2 checks? You just have to send 1 check.
Nope. I thought,
They'll charge you a double fee.
no, I thought 1 check for one vehicle, 1 check for another vehicle. They're separate.
Okay. But it's the same household.
It is. That's just the way.
Oh, that's the way you do
I
it.
wrote it separate so I could write the tag number,
Oh.
my license number
Okay.
on each separate check.
Oh,
But
okay.
they only sent me back 1 tag.
So they sent
and-
you back a check?
and a check. So instead of getting it in the mail, now I'm still going to have to go to the DMV and
You'll need an appointment too.
yeah, make the appointment. Those usually go a week out.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will need an appointment. I have my appointment at the DMV. I think it's on let me look here. I'm not sure. I know I'm waiting till the month of March. Like
It's really not too bad. The last time I went there, I had a pretty good experience at the
Did you?
DMV. You got that appointment, and it's
Uh-huh.
fast. You're really able to come right through when they
Oh,
got you set up for
okay.
appointment.
So now you have me
It was
curious.
It was painless. Which
Painless?
office are you going to?
I'm going to the one in Tradition.
All right.
That's the one.
Yep.
That's the new tax collector's office.
Yeah, they have a big office right on Tradition Parkway,
Yep.
isn't it?
They sure.
And
Where's
over
my
by
appointment?
Bell's off of Midport in Port St. Lucie is where I go.
Oh, here it is. So I have to go at 11 o'clock in the morning on Monday, March the 15th.
Perfect.
That's
Yep.
when my appointment is.
Yep.
2 days before my birthday.
Yeah, trust me, it is painless. I didn't have a bad experience. Just they did send me only 1 sticker tag
Mhm.
back, but it's not going to be much of a pain for me to
Well,
go there on a Tuesday.
It
or
wouldn't have been good if
Wednesday.
they sent you the sticker for the Mustang and you didn't get the sticker for the RAV4.
for the one that I'm really driving.
Yeah, because then like you'd be SOL.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
literally. you wouldn't have a sticker for that RAV4.
That is true. Well, I would have one, but it would just be a more
expired.
drawn out thing. And
yeah, you're lucky you get pulled over and they give you the silver bracelets and take you in for having an expired tag.
Oh no.
Yeah, that they could do that.
No.
They
could
could do that. They have every right to do that. I've seen that done before.
I have been pulled over, not here, but I have been pulled over in the past for that sticker being expired.
Yeah.
That was in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Yeah, it really depends on
when.
the officer too. A lot of times they'll just issue you a citation and
give you a little warning, and
they'll send you on your way, or you get a ticket and then you have to go to court, and then you have to take the time out. You go to court, you show the judge that you renewed your tag, and then all right, $26 court cost, and then see you later.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. So you still wind up paying money in the long run.
Yeah,
is what happens. So anyway, note to self. Just renew your tags.
Do you renew your tags for the 2 years, or do you
I
do
do
it?
one.
I do 1 year
I
at
do
a
1 year
time
at a time.
myself. Yeah,
I do 1 year at a time. I don't need to pay 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
I just go year by year. Because, you never know. I might get a wild hair up my behind and want to just trade my vehicle in.
Yeah.
I mean, the tag is transferred to the new vehicle.
You don't know from year to year with
you don't know
vehicles.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't.
I just like that year, pay annually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And once just as we're about to go to news, we're getting. Also, we'll take the phone call first, and we say good morning to whoever this may be.
Good morning, guys. Why would Bonnie ever get a ticket? As pretty as she is, and as nice as her smile is, and her bubbly personality, if she can't talk her way out of a ticket, oh my God! What's the world coming to?
I know. She is the almighty goddess of this morning show, isn't she, Jeff?
Oh, she is.
We all bow down to. We all did
And
bow
you
down
wanna know something? I've
to
heard her
Goddess
doing
Bonnie.
a couple commercials too. She's doing commercials too, huh?
Oh yeah, she's doing commercials. She's actually setting up a studio at home. She just got a soundboard from me, and she's going to be doing a production at home now of commercials and voiceovers. Oh yeah, next thing you know, it'll be 1-900-Bonnie for all we know.
Evan
anything's possible.
That's what I've been ready to say. It's going to be the Bonnie show.
No,
Yeah.
Evan is setting me up with a really nice soundboard, though, Jeff. Really nice soundboard.
Yeah, I actually, in fact, Jeff, you're a musician, so you would know. She bought from me a Mackie 1402.
Oh, okay. That's 8-channel with 2 stereo channels.
No, it's the 1402 has 6 XLR ins and 4 stereo ins.
Okay, so they adjusted that a little bit. Mackie's a good board too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It definitely is. The one you're talking about is the 1202. That has 4 XLR ins and 2 stereo ins.
Yes, I'll tell you guys, you're wonderful, and I appreciate y'all being there every morning for us, because every morning I ride to work, I just on and the radio on and say, hey, there they are.
That's right. We are right here to entertain you and make that drive just a little bit sweeter.
We appreciate
and
you
we
too,
appreciate
Jeff.
you, Jeff, and everybody else that listens to this
Yeah.
crazy
Well,
morning show.
You got it. Well, have a great day, guys.
You too, buddy. You
You
enjoy
have a
your
nice
day.
day.
Okay. All right. Take care and God bless you. Bye-bye now. It is 6:40. Get Up and Go show. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Go see our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. They've got locations all over the Treasure Coast. They've got the best deals in town. Here's the news with Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. And the city of Stuart is now cracking down on the use of plastic straws. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
I mean, it's a great thing. It helps the environment. It's biodegradable.
At the Sailor's Return restaurant in Stuart,
The city was actually kind enough to give us a heads up, and then we just made adjustments.
plastic straws are a thing of the past, and paper straws are the new norm.
It does hurt a little bit of the bottom line because it's a little more of an expensive product.
Beginning in 2021, city officials say businesses and vendors who distribute them could be subject to fines of up to $1,000.
Most of the enforcement right now with the plastic straw ordinance involves our neighborhood services division going out, talking to businesses and business owners, helping to get businesses into compliance that might not be.
The city also has a second ordinance banning straws and all other plastic items from events held on city property.
When we have 5,000-10,000 people at an event, we're not handing out 5,000-10,000 or more straws, and compounds the problem.
AJ says his customers rarely notice the new paper straws.
We went through a couple of products because some of the products didn't work for us. One dissolves too quickly. Another one, I guess we had a guest that complained that it made the drink taste a little funny.
And those that do generally welcome the change.
And I think that we have a lot of people that do care about the waters here. For many years, they've been fighting for all the algae and everything.
In Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
Citrus growers on the Treasure Coast say they've gotten the squeeze this year as tariffs have made it harder to move their product. WPTV's John Shaman has details.
Through several hurricanes and the devastation brought on by citrus greening,
and the quality of the crop internally was actually pretty good this year.
the conveyor belts keep rolling each winter at Riverfront Packing Company in Indian River County.
We've had good weather all winter, which has helped us. We didn't have any freeze threats. We didn't have any hurricanes.
But Dan Ritchie says what they did have this year were tariffs. Their grapefruit crop was caught in the squeeze between the U.S. and the EU.
We got hit by the European 26.5% tariff on grapefruit.
Normally, 40% of the fruit from the Indian River District would be heading to Europe. That number was cut dramatically this year. Still, after more than a decade and a half, the tide seems to be turning. Citrus growers now are looking to plant again, planting more disease-resistant trees.
We have over 30 growers in a replanting program with 10-acre groves each.
Doug Bornick with the Indian River Citrus League says the industry managed to keep its 10,000-person workforce intact even through COVID.
The growers and the packers and the shippers and the supply lines to provide river citrus and all of Florida agriculture, the cattlemen kept working.
Ritchie's optimistic that the tariff will be gone next year, and this year's winter weather sets up great for the year ahead.
The trees went into a state of dormancy. As dormancy, we had rain and warm temperatures, which have really shot these trees with a massive new leaves coming out and a real positive bloom starting to happen.
The hope is these trees will soon carry more of the Cadillac of the grapefruit world. In Indian River County, News Channel 5.
And lastly, Haley Arsenault, 9-year-old physician assistant at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital who survived bone cancer as a child, has been given a seat on board the first all-civilian mission to space, the hospital announced this week. The seat was donated by Jared Isaacman, who is committed to donating $100 million. Isaacman is serving as the mission's pilot for the Inspiration 4 crew, which is targeted for a late 2021 launch. Arsenault's seat is one of 3 being donated by Isaacman. The mission will have 4 seats named Leadership, Hope, Generosity, and Prosperity. The other 2 are available to the general public through February 28, with details available at the mission website, inspiration4.com. St. Jude's Children's Hospital announced Arsenault will claim the Hope seat. Tiger Woods was in a serious car accident early yesterday morning in LA, and authorities say he's lucky to be alive. The LA County Sheriff's Department says that at around 7:12 a.m., police responded to a single vehicle rollover crash south of LA. When they arrived on the scene, they found Tiger lucid and responsive, but trapped inside his SUV. They had to use a pry bar, an axe, and several other tools to free him. They actually pulled him out, and no one else was in the vehicle. The authorities say they don't suspect Tiger was under the influence of anything, and they didn't take any blood. The Sheriff's Department says it could take up to several weeks to complete the investigation into the crash. News time is 6:52. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
6:54 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Excuse me. It's all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology, Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
And we're not finding any accidents for this Wednesday morning. US 1 is looking fine. If you're getting on the turnpike right now, if you're getting on I-95, you're looking at a good morning ride. And there's your latest look at traffic. Port St. Lucie, we have 59. In Marquette, Michigan, rain showers and 30 right now. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Wednesday sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 50s along the Treasure Coast, mostly clear skies and some patchy fog for the morning drive. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 80s, plenty of sunshine through the day, then some late day showers possible. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow through Friday, high pressure controls our weather pattern. Morning lows in the mid 60s and highs in the low 80s. Partly sunny skies with low rain chances. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Coming up on 6:59 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Coming up later on in the 8 o'clock hour, Martin County Administrator Taryn Krizda is going to be joining us, giving us an update on all things Martin County. And then Friday, a good friend of mine from the Tax Reduction Institute is going to be here, Sandy Bodkin. He's a well-renowned author of many, many books, and he's going to be offering free tax advice on the air with us in the 8 o'clock hour on Friday. So you don't want to miss that interview with the one and only Sandy Bodkin. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. And then hour number 2 of the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie will be back right after the news. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Seward, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Announcer. Welcome to the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on this February the 24th, 2021.
What day is it?
It is Wednesday, like I just said. Are you not paying attention?
You're not a nice person.
I am a very nice person. All right, well, I'm glad the choir is here as well. Time now officially 7:08. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 7:08 a.m.
Wow, they're playing some bossa nova music this morning, the band.
I like the way they
Wow.
began with a little bit of bass.
Yeah,
Sounds good now.
yeah. You know, we have the official clock certification in the mornings now. Because, you know, where there were some people complaining that we don't give the time enough. So I figured, let me get a clock in here to get things certified this morning. And speaking of certified, we have a certified phone call this morning. Good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie.
Good morning.
Oh, there's the wife.
Morning.
It's the happy camper.
And
Yes.
she sounds happy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have you heard our certified clock this morning?
I have not.
We have a certified clock. Listen.
It's now 7:09 a.m.
Yes, we have a certified talking clock in the studio.
You know, that's kind of calming, isn't it? You know, I could probably wake up to that.
Could you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I wake up quite easily when I hear really any sound. It can be a soft sound.
Uh-huh.
And I think I could wake up to that
well,
announcer.
what if it wasn't a guy and it was a girl and she sounded like this?
It's 7:09 a.m.
There you go.
Soothing. I like
That's
it
soothing.
too.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They speak French and German too.
I know.
Yeah.
They're talented. They're
Yeah,
mostly bilingual.
Almost as good as me.
Uh-huh.
Bilingual. Well, I'm not bilingual. All I know is que pasa, adios, and that's it.
What
I
does
think-
that mean? Que pasa?
Que pasa means what's up.
What's
What's
up?
happening? What's going on?
What's up? And adios is.
Right. Como se llamo means what is your name?
Does it?
Yeah, Rachel, we're going to do a segment with Rachel starting next week. It's called Spanish Lessons with Rachel 101.
Does Rachel know her Spanish?
No.
Are you? Not at all.
Not at all. All she knows is adios. Sayonara. See you later.
Adios, amigo is friend, right?
Yeah. Adios, amigos.
they
Say
know
goodbye to your
something.
friend.
Now, Gavin took 2 years of Spanish, and he could just, because one year on my birthday, when he gave me a birthday card, he wrote the entire thing in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rachel had to go hire a damn translator.
No kidding.
He had to read the damn thing.
So, did he take a Spanish course? Was he
2
taking a
years.
class? 2 years
It's
of
required
it?
in high school.
For high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's required. Well, I guess it makes sense. You really kind of need it sometime down here.
Well, it's a requirement. You have to take a language. I don't know if it's.
Yeah.
Do they require Spanish, or you can do French or German or whatever?
Language.
Oh.
It can be a choice.
I know of a foreign
it
language.
has to be a foreign language, because I know when I started going back to college, because back when I graduated, we didn't have to have a foreign language. So I had to take a foreign language in high school, and I chose American Sign Language.
American what language? Rachel?
Sign language.
Oh, sign
Yeah,
language.
she does all this stuff with her hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She could be one of those interpreters, like when they have like a big news conference on TV sometime. When we see Sheriff Snyder and Karen Krista on the news, and Rachel could be right out front with the hand
Yeah, she would
signals
doing all
for
those
the-
hand
for
gestures.
deaf impaired. Yep.
Exactly.
Well, you
Without
have to be certified, and unfortunately, there's not a school down up this way, or even in South Florida, the lower counties that offers it. Because I did look into it.
I'll just go on the
Because that
internet. I'll just go on the internet and go print something off, and I'll just sign it and certify you. How's that?
That wouldn't be good, because I would truly need because that is honestly something I would love to do. I would love to
Oh.
be able to do sign language.
Okay. Well, we'll have to look into that.
And when you learn it, you want to really know it, don't you? You want to.
Yeah, I mean, I did good. I mean, I took it for 2 college semesters, and I aced it. I had my teacher herself was deaf. She had cochlear implants. So it was definitely an interesting class. But because I haven't practiced it and because I don't remember a lot of it.
Can I ask you about the implants? Did they work? Were they working for her?
She was born deaf, so she had them all of her life.
Oh, okay.
So it was definitely, but they hear differently and they pick up on everything. So it was, but she was a phenomenal teacher. I mean, the end of our first semester, I had to be able to sign a children's book. Mm-hmm. And then the second semester, I had to be able to sign a song. And I actually did really well. I aced it.
Did you use a black pen or a red pen to sign?
You're not funny.
Did you use one of your pens?
Yeah, we have a whole box of them
so
here
many.
in the studio.
We're thankful for them.
I can't even give these damn things away to people who come in here. They don't want no damn pens. The box is still full. Would you believe it? It's been here a year.
The pens every morning, they kind of cheer me up. They look colorful, and
Bonnie's getting a pen fetish
just
now.
really glad that they're here, and that we have them, and we never run out of pens.
So you're talking about taking a foreign language in school. In high school, Gavin took Spanish. Well, I took Spanish in high school.
Yeah.
I took it for 1 year and I failed. And I'm half Puerto Rican. My dad was from Mayaguez. And I could not speak a lick of Spanish. And
Really?
I failed Spanish in high school.
I can't
My dad
even
was
believe
so
that,
upset
Evan.
at me. Yeah.
Well, you didn't apply. It's probably not that you probably just didn't apply right. I'm sure.
Her name was Rosa Roselli. That was the teacher's name, Miss Roselli.
Ooh,
that's all I remember.
That's a nice, pretty name.
Yes.
Rosa.
Senorita. We had to call her Senorita Roselli.
Ah,
Yeah. I hated doing that.
I think I had a teacher, a civics and
snobby.
history teacher named Mr. Rosa.
Oh. okay.
Mr. Rosa.
All right.
Yep.
Hey, have you stopped for your double D this morning?
Not yet, but this Camaro in front of me doesn't seem to understand what a speed limit is. The speed limit is currently 40 and he's going 20.
Well,
It's a little
all right.
annoying.
Well, I know the next
There's
thing.
an accident. There's an accident right here on PSL Boulevard.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, there you go. If you see something, say something. There's the eyes on the road. There's Rachel. Rachel, give us an accident report. Where's this accident at? And tell us how many vehicles it involves.
It looks like there's 3 vehicles, but there was 4 or 5 cop cars. There's EMS and fire truck on scene.
Where about
It's PSL Boulevard, between Becker and Darwin. It's by the entrance to the street where Treasure Coast High School is.
Oh, that's Tulip. Okay, so PSL
Yeah, but
Boulevard and
it's-
Tulip.
No, hold on. I gotta think.
We'll just avoid that area.
Is there
that's all.
traffic? Is there traffic backup?
West of Tulip.
And are you backed up in traffic?
Well, yeah, because they're having to stop one lane because we have to go around it because the lane toward US 1 is where a lot of the traffic is, so they have to stop traffic to let people around it.
All right. Well, there you
And
go.
this is eastbound it's tied up, heading eastbound?
Well, it's east and westbound because it's only a 2-lane road.
Yeah, just avoid Tulip and Port St. Lucie Boulevard. There was an accident in the area. That's all we got to know. Well, there's your on-the-spot traffic reporter.
Thank you very much. See, and listeners, if you're listening, you see that's all you got to do.
Yeah, just call us.
At 220-9788,
Right.
like
Just
Miss
call us
Rachel did.
like the wife did. Now add traffic reporter to your resume. There's that damn laugh. I'm telling you.
It's infectious, though.
Yeah, it's infectious.
Do you laugh after you would leave? What's that place? Bargain bins when you
Bin
go there.
deals.
Bin deals.
She hasn't been to bin deals in a
I
while.
haven't been in a while.
Please don't start.
I
Don't
haven't-
give her any ideas, Bonnie.
I haven't been in a while either. I've been meaning to go when it's $5, like on a Saturday.
I don't need any more crap in my house.
Have you gone on Saturday? And are there bigger lines?
Saturdays and Sundays, I've heard their lines are, but when was it? A couple weeks ago, someone found a computer, a MacBook.
I can believe it. I want to go then, and so I can find the good stuff. I would be hoping for the good stuff.
All right.
Yeah, I've got to start saving money before I go on a $5 day because
Yeah, she'll go
Save
broke.
up all your dollars.
Yeah, she'll go broke.
Yeah.
She'll
Yeah.
go broke. All right, listen, have a wonderful day at work. We're going to bolt out of here, and I will talk to you later.
love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
Love you.
All right, it's time for birthdays, anniversaries back in the day. You ever have an itch on the bottom of your foot and you just can't get to the damn itch.
Yeah,
when you're
that's-
wearing a shoe.
That's when I wish.
Oh my god! If I
had-
take my shoe off, will you scratch my foot?
No, but I'll get you some fast acting Tinactin.
No, it's not that. It's not athlete's foot. It's just. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on one second.
I really hate that darn itch. I'll be watching TV at home and I get that little itch.
Hold on, I'm itching away. Oh.
Have you ever?
Okay, I'm good now.
Have you ever used Tinactin though
No.
for itchy foot?
No.
It works.
Does
it's
it?
it's really weird because it's just this little kind of white liquid that
Yeah.
seeps out. But
Okay.
it is fast acting. It
All right.
kind of works instantly on that itch.
All right.
There's some ingredient in there that,
All
that
right.
really, really works.
All right. What do you got for me this morning? Anybody?
Nobody's birthday
Nothing?
that
All right.
nobody that I know of.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., 44 years old, arguably the best pound for pound boxer in the world. He's
Floyd
44.
Mayweather.
Floyd Big Money Mayweather.
Yes.
44 years old today. Billy Zane is 55. That's the idiot from Titanic. He shaves his head and is actually his bald.
The idiot.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I couldn't say the other word that they
Um,
have written here in front of me. The
Wonder-
butthead.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The butthole.
I wonder why they're calling him an
I don't know.
idiot, though.
I don't know. Emilio Rivera is 60. That's Marcus Alvarez, the leader of the Mayans Motorcycle Club on Sons of Anarchy. Sammy Kershaw, country music artist. Biggest hits include Cadillac Style, She Don't Know, She's Beautiful, and I Can't Reach Her Anymore. Sammy Kershaw, 63.
She don't know she's beautiful. That's a catchy country music song, isn't
and it's
it?
a good tune. I used to play it on all the time.
Oh yeah.
When I did my first run at WIRK when they were on 10th Avenue by John Leonard High School.
I had a lady that was, I think, interning with me that either she worked at WIRK after she left me or somewhere in between or
Oh,
prior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paula Zahn, 65 years old today. The
Paula
star
Zahn, Paula Zahn,
Zahn,
yeah.
on the case of Paula Zahn
Uh,
investigation.
She's a great investigative reporter.
Yep.
We watch her on ID quite often.
When you hear the song "Escape the Pina Colada," who do you think of?
Rupert Holmes.
He's
Evan.
74 years old today.
Can you believe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Edward James Olmos is 74. That's the first American-born Latino ever to get an Academy Award nomination for Stand and Deliver.
Oh, he was in Stand and Deliver, and I think he was Lieutenant Castillo too in Miami
Yes,
Vice.
Lieutenant Castillo on Miami Vice.
Uh-huh.
Barry Bostwick is 76. That's the mayor of Spin City. Paul Jones, 79 years old today. Manfred Mann singer on Do Why Diddy Diddy Dum Diddy Do. Did I do that good?
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
All right, not
We
bad.
could. We should have been recording it.
It is recorded.
Put it
I'll-
right in a record.
I'll do it again. Do Why Diddy Diddy Dum Diddy Do.
Not too bad. Not too shabby.
too
You
bad.
could wake up. I could wake up to that too in the morning.
Not too bad for a half Puerto Rican radio broadcaster. Celebrating a birthday in the heavens, Abe Vigoda. Man, I remember him. That's Sal Tessio in The Godfather. He was Fish on Barney Miller.
Fish, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had a spin-off too, named just the TV show was Fish, didn't he?
Yep. And
Yeah.
he was in the Snickers Super Bowl commercial as well
Oh,
for
was
a few
he?
years.
Oh, okay.
Steve Jobs. Remember him from Apple? Steve
Yes,
Jobs.
yeah.
Passed away in 2011, celebrating a birthday. And that's about it. Today is National Tortilla Chip Day. So make sure and go get a bag of tortilla chips.
Oh, that's my huge downfall, though. That's as dangerous as me making mac and cheese or having spaghetti in the house.
National
the
Tortilla-
nachos.
National Tortilla Chip Day.
You know, I bought the. You know what goes good on them? Have you ever had like a guacamole salsa?
I don't like guac. I just don't.
I bought the Valdez the other day.
Juan Valdez.
Yep, it's guac. Also, get it in the Tostitos brand too. They've got it in that brand. Yummy. I used it on tacos.
Wow.
Soft and hard the other night.
Wow.
It's good
Very
on tacos.
Nice, very
Yep.
nice. There's your birthdays, anniversaries back in the day. Time now is 7:21 on the Get Up and Go show. Time for news. Let's head to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by with the morning headlines. Take it away, Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. Authorities said golfer Tiger Woods was seriously injured after his SUV rolled over and ended up on its side after a crash. WPTV's Todd Wilson with the story.
Inside and outside the golf world, people are stunned to see the images of the one vehicle crash where Tiger Woods sustained serious but non-life threatening injuries near Los Angeles.
No skid marks, no break-ins. So apparently the first contact was with the center median, and from there then crossed into the opposing lane of traffic, hit the curb, hit a tree, and there was several rollovers during that process.
Woods was the only person in the vehicle at the time of the crash. According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, first responders had to remove the windshield in order to get him out of the wreckage.
However, thankfully, the interior was more or less intact, which kind of gave him the cushion to survive what's otherwise would have been a fatal crash.
I contacted former PGA golfer Bob Murphy, who is a big fan of Tiger. He said he was shocked by what happened.
The car is a mess, and it's a miracle that he's out.
One of Tiger's biggest admirers, golf legend Jack Nicklaus, and his wife Barbara sent out their best wishes on Twitter, saying, in part, Barbara and I just heard about Tiger's accident, and like everyone else, we are deeply concerned. We want to offer him our heartfelt support and prayers at this difficult time. I spoke with trauma surgeon Dr. Faris Azar with St. Mary's Medical Center about Tiger's injuries.
Simply, if a bone is broken and just needs to be realigned and allowed to heal, that's one extreme of the equation. And then you can have a completely mangled extremity on the other end of the spectrum where multiple bones are broken, their blood vessels and nerves injured.
In Jupiter, Todd Wilson, WPTV, News Channel 5.
St. Lucie County commissioners are speeding up plans to improve safety on Indian River Drive. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has more.
On the February 7th,
Timothy Treewin speaking out for the first time.
5:30 p.m., my 32-year-old daughter, mother of an 11-month-old child, was killed in a head-on collision on Indian River Drive. I'm sad.
He and his wife showing St. Lucie County commissioners the depth of their loss nearly 2 weeks after losing their daughter.
This is our first night with Claudia.
They say they adopted Claudia.
She's in an orphanage in Guatemala.
She even became the first in her biological family to graduate college.
With an AA in culinary arts.
They joined the chorus of voices from frustrated residents along Indian River Drive who for years have said deadly crashes, speeding.
It's every 20 minutes. Somebody's going 60, 80 miles an hour.
And reckless driving like that seen here are seemingly constant, pressing for years for more safety measures.
We got to get it done. It's just so important.
Commissioners Tuesday voted to expedite plans to fund the design and construction of 3 new safety measures: audible pavement markings on the center line and outer edges of the pavement, radar speed feedback signs, and speed reduction markings. The first phase was set to cover just 6 miles of the 13-mile roadway at $250,000 this year. But commissioners voted to find ways to fund 3 years' worth of work in 1 year and complete the entire drive at $750,000. Planning to construct more 3-way stop signs at the Midway and Savannah Road intersections, working with the city of Fort Pierce.
One death is too many.
Residents working closest with Commissioner Zadovsky say this is progress a long time in the making, with design concepts set to be complete in as quickly as 3 months. Megan McRoberts, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Florida teachers, firefighters, and police 50 and older will be able to get shots under an infusion of thousands of doses of COVID vaccines to the state under federal programs, Governor Ron DeSantis said at a news conference Leah on Tuesday. Our goal is to be able to get that as more vaccine becomes available, DeSantis said, adding that he was excited about the federally supported sites opening next week in Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tampa, with the tens of thousands of additional doses coming into Florida through the federal retail program and the vaccination centers. Florida should be able to expand its vaccinations program beyond just seniors age to open not just to seniors, DeSantis said, specifically naming police, firefighters, and teachers 50 and older. Lastly, get ready for an exciting historic event in downtown Stuart coming this weekend. It's the 31st annual Downtown Stuart Art Festival. Goes on this coming Saturday and Sunday, both days from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on beautiful Osceola Street. And come out. It is this weekend. And to find out more, simply go to artfestival.com. Washington football team quarterback Alex Smith says his comeback threw a wrench into the team's plans and that he didn't feel wanted by the organization this past summer. Smith, the NFL's comeback player of the year, told GQ magazine that he surprised the organization by being able to play. They didn't see it, didn't want me there, didn't want me to be a part of it, didn't want me to be on the team, the roster, didn't want to give me a chance, Smith told the magazine. Mind you, it was a whole new regime. They came in, I'm like the leftovers, and I'm hurt, and I'm this liability. Smith has a $24.4 million cap hit, and Washington would save $13.8 million if it released him. News time is 7:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
7:28, the time right now, the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
And thanks for Rachel for calling this in. We did have that accident. It's right now in Port St. Lucie on Port St. Lucie Boulevard and Tulip in that area, and it is interrupting both the east and westbound lanes in that area of Port St. Lucie Boulevard. So just, try to avoid it if you can. Other areas, you're jumping on the big guns like the Turnpike and I-95, everything looking fine at the moment. And there's your latest look at traffic. We have 65 in Stewart in this morning, a clear sky and 60. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Wednesday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 50s along the Treasure Coast, mostly clear skies and some patchy fog for the morning drive. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 80s, plenty of sunshine through the day, then some late day showers possible. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow through Friday, high pressure controls our weather pattern. Morning lows in the mid 60s and highs in the low 80s, partly sunny skies with low rain chances. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Lionel Richie is 71, dating a woman 40 years younger. They claim they're sexually compatible, but you can see her roll her eyes every time he sings all night long. They get along okay, but things get awkward when he sings hello, and she replies, people text now. A trailer for the college admission scandal documentary is out. Since it features Lori Loughlin, it's legally required to air on the Hallmark Channel. Armie Hammer and his estranged wife have found a buyer for their former home. It was the first time Armie got excited when someone else bit. And New York City is reopening movie theaters. Start spreading the... Oh, you can have my seat. This is not headline news.
And from not headline news, we go to stupid news.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
Well, before we get to stupid news headlines, we have a phone call. And of course, as you know, Bonnie, phone calls always take precedence over anything else on this show.
Well, they shouldn't, especially when I'm in the middle of sentence. That
Yeah.
kind of.
Does it really?
I just got to point that out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you have a host and you have a co-host, and
Yeah.
if I'm in mid-sentence and you're going to take a phone caller first before me completing my train
Well,
of thought.
I'll let you finish your sentence
Okay.
first.
Yeah, that would.
But
I would appreciate that.
yeah, that I'll do. But I always have to take phone calls though over any other bits that we do. Good morning. You're on the air. Who's this? What? Oh, it's Big Kitty.
Isn't Big Kitty in Vegas? Didn't they go to
Are
Las
you in
Vegas?
Vegas? Oh, Big Kitty's in the casino. Oh, okay. All right. Wow. I
Are
wonder
you-
what machine.
Are you playing any
Oh,
slots?
listen. Oh, wow.
Ah.
Okay. It sounds like Big Kitty's hitting the jackpot. Wow. Okay.
I'm hearing all the bells. I want to hear more bells and
Yeah, I
whistles.
want to hear.
Maybe
Can you stroll over to one of those machines and pull the lever for me, please? Or could you spin the wheel? Oh, there it goes.
That's cute.
It's cute. Okay. Oh, wow. I guess Big Kitty hit jackpot. Okay.
How did you get into the casino, Big Kitty?
Yeah. How the heck do you still? Are you in? Are you in? I'd like to know. Are you in Caesar's Palace? Oh, Big Kitty's in Caesar's Palace.
We are jealous.
Wow. I wonder how Big Kitty got to Vegas. Jeez.
Do they still have carpeting in Caesar's Palace?
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember a lot of the casinos with carpeting.
Yeah.
Don't pee on the carpet, Kitty.
Yeah, don't pee on the carpet, please. Don't be like Jack Frosty.
They're going to be throwing you out on Frontier Street.
All right. All right. Well, we're gonna let Big Kitty get back to playing the slot machines, and maybe tomorrow morning Big Kitty can check in and let us know what it won. All right. Big Kitty's happy. It's winning. Okay. Very
Great
good.
time.
All right. So anyway, let's get to stupid news. We're going to go to Deerfield Beach, Florida, where two men are accused of pretending to be federal marshals and flashing phony credentials to get out of wearing facial coverings at a South Florida resort hotel. Now, when the staff at the Wyndham Beach Deerfield Beach Resort asked Walter Brown, who's 53, and Gary Brummett, who's 81, to cover their faces, the men refused and threatened to arrest employees and saddle the hotel with a fine. The scheme collapsed when one employee thought they were acting suspicious and called the police. Now, officers and a real U.S. Marshal arrived, charges of impersonating a federal officer.
This happened right down in Deerfield.
Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Recently, yeah.
You play with fire, you get burned.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever stay at that? It sounds like a very posh
I have
kind of
done many
hotel.
weddings there.
Yeah?
Yes. It's very, very nice.
I bet it is very nice.
Very nice.
I bet
I've done
Big
many
Kitty would
weddings
like to be there, too.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah.
A guy named Michael recently posted a 1-star review on TripAdvisor for a hotel called the Palms in the Turks and Caicos after a trip there last year in December with his wife. Now, he says the place was really amazing, but he gave it a 1-star review because while he was away for a night picking up his son, my wife got a massage, and the massage therapist, as he called her, masseuse, seduced his wife and spent the night with her. He also says, quote, "I'm not blaming the resort for this. This is my wife's fault. But just know that this is the thing that can happen
Yeah.
at this resort."
Wow. Where was the resort?
It was in the Turks and Caicos.
But the thing like that, I guess it could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, look at The Hangover when the dentist's wife was on the cruise. She slept with the bartender.
Yeah.
It could happen anywhere.
She got her own mixed drink.
Yeah. Yeah. And then some.
Yeah, and then some. Let's go to Maine, where there's a couple who left their house for an overnight trip on Sunday of this past weekend. And when they got home the next morning, they realized somebody had broken into their house and was still there. So they called 911, and it turned out a 34-year-old guy from Norway named Sean Schoonmaker had broken into their house, and he basically made himself at home, Bonnie.
Oh.
Yeah, he parked in their garage, rummaged through all their belongings, made himself dinner, and then took a romantic candlelight bath.
Almost sounds like Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah. He also rearranged a bunch of their stuff, including the family photos and other heirlooms. He smoked cigarettes in every room.
Oh, wow.
Police showed up and they arrested him, and he's facing charges for burglary and theft.
He did everything except go through their liquor cabinet.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that in there.
No.
But if they had a liquor cabinet, I'm sure he would have enjoyed some too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Have you ever been to Chattanooga?
No.
I love Chattanooga.
Never been there before.
They have before you get to the story, they got a cool thing. They have 2 aquariums there.
Right.
And these aquariums are right next to each other, 2 separate buildings.
Right.
And one you can visit river, and the other building is all ocean.
No.
And in the river one, they had some river otters one year playing and swimming. It's just really cool thing if you ever go to Chattanooga.
There's a guy in Chattanooga who applied for a handgun permit, and he got denied the first time. So he got ridiculous on a second attempt. Robert Halleck is the guy, and he allegedly forged former American President Barack Obama's name on a handgun permit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Halleck was arrested last Thursday, according to the report. When he tried to get the handgun permit, he was charged with perjury, forgery, and identity theft.
That's like a federal offense too, right?
Impersonating a former president of the
forging-
United States.
Forging his name.
To get a permit to carry a handgun.
Wow.
Wow, the
You hear
things people
everything.
will do.
Yeah.
Let's go to Indonesia, where police are investigating the strange case of a 25-year-old woman who claims that she gave birth just an hour after a gust of wind got her pregnant.
A gust of wind.
A gust of wind.
A gust
Yes,
of wind.
You're hearing me correctly.
Okay.
A gust of wind got her pregnant,
Wow.
and she gave birth an hour after that. The young woman, identified as Sita Zana, has become the subject of widespread ridicule in Indonesia after claiming to have been impregnated by a gust of wind. Furthermore, she added that she gave birth to a baby girl just an hour after the alleged impregnation.
I hope she named the girl Santa Ana after the Santa Ana winds in California.
I don't know.
She should.
But according to several Indonesian news outlets, the 25-year-old woman was relaxing at home with her first child when she felt the wind enter her body.
Ooh.
A few minutes later, she went into labor.
Or she could name the girl Windy. Everybody knows it's windy.
I don't know. But I mean, think about that.
Wow.
A gust of wind goes up your skirt,
Yeah.
and an hour later, you're giving birth. How the heck is that possible?
That's pretty powerful.
How is that powerful? How is that even possible?
Well, I think she probably was. I know how it's possible. She
Tell
was
me.
already.
Please enlighten me.
Yep, already pregnant, and somehow the wind induced the labor by touching her in a certain spot. There's something. No, I'm telling. This is true though. There's something in massage where I don't know if it's true or not, or
Okay.
if it's, just a rumor, but supposedly if you're massaging somebody who's pregnant,
Right.
which I'm not allowed to do because I don't have the proper license for pregnancy.
Okay.
But they say there's a certain spot on a lady, like maybe if in a woman's foot or some area of her leg, or maybe like an
Wait a
area of her leg
Excuse you, will you massage my foot
That-
so you can induce
that
labor?
could induce her labor.
Really?
Whether or not it's true, I have
Could
heard
you
that a
Google
time
it?
or two.
Could you Google that?
I will.
Could you Google? Would you please Google? Can you induce labor by massaging someone's foot?
Yeah, or leg.
And tell me what
Okay.
you come up with.
I will, Evan.
I would like to know that answer.
Okay.
That I'm going to be astounded if the answer is yes.
Okay, I'm
I really am. You're looking.
looking right now.
Okay, look. Bonnie's intently searching.
Yeah, I mean, I have
If
just
you can give
heard
birth
this.
by rubbing your foot. Bonnie's typing. Can you hear the letters?
There
She's
are
typing
some-
very hard
There
over
are
there.
some people that I work with that have that pregnancy license. Where
Okay.
let's see, can a leg massage induce labor? Let me see if it's the answer.
No,
The-
foot massage.
The Kunlun point is located
what?
on the foot. It's
Okay.
called the Kunlun point.
Kunlun point.
It's in the depression between the ankle and the Achilles tendon.
Okay.
It used to promote labor, ease labor pain, and reduce obstruction.
What?
What to do? You use your thumb to apply light pressure to BL60 and massage the point for a few minutes.
Can I prop my foot on the counter? Would you massage that area and see if I go into labor?
Yeah, let's see if you would. Let's see if
You don't want me to take my shoe off.
I'm not sure I
Oh, here comes the big one. Oh, that just would not be right. All right. Police in the Indian state of Jharkhand were in the news recently for setting a marital dispute by ordering a man to spend 3 days a week with his wife, 3 days a week with his girlfriend, and take a day off from both.
Oh, so he gets a nice day off from all of it.
Yeah.
All of his trouble and pain.
Okay. It all started when Rajesh Mahato, who's a married man, decided to get himself a girlfriend as well. Now, because he was so infatuated with his new girlfriend and didn't want to lose her, the man never told her he was married. So instead, he convinced her to elope with him, leaving his wife and child behind without so much as even a goodbye.
Wow.
Only things didn't end here, Bonnie. The man's wife filed a complaint with police, as did the parents of Rajesh's girlfriend, who accused him of kidnapping her.
Wow.
And that's just the start of this crazy tale. So now he was ordered by the cops to spend 3 days with his wife and 3 days with his mistress and take Sunday off and go to church.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that story is really intertwined. That's just
Intertwined.
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
But I mean, you gotta feel sorry for the child involved, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Could you imagine if Gary decided to do that and he was ordered by the police to take
a day off?
Take a day off from you or take a day off from his girlfriend?
He'd probably be loving that, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Only if they made him go to church, he would rather be at home watching Netflix or Hulu instead.
Okay.
So maybe it would be kind of, it's not that we're non-church like, but
Right.
if he was really made to go to church instead of being able to stay home with shoes
Excuse
up
you while I take a day off from
Yeah.
dating my wife or my
and my
my girlfriend. And I'm just going to kick back on the seventh day and just relax a little bit and enjoy an adult beverage.
Well, look at this way. These ladies are getting a break from him too. So, and maybe on that day that he's there at church, maybe they'll become friends or some sort of thing.
I don't know. Anything is possible. It is 7:46 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by my good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town. Go visit and check out one of the many locations that St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin has and ask for Hawk Levy. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. St. Lucie County commissioners are speeding up plans to improve safety on Indian River Drive. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has more.
On February 7th,
Timothy Treewin speaking out for the first time.
5:30 p.m., my 32-year-old daughter, mother of an 11-month-old child, was killed in a head-on collision on Indian River Drive. I'm sad.
He and his wife showing St. Lucie County commissioners the depth of their loss nearly 2 weeks after losing their daughter.
This is our first night with Claudia.
They say they adopted Claudia.
She's in an orphanage in Guatemala.
She even became the first in her biological family to graduate college.
With an AA in culinary arts.
They joined the chorus of voices from frustrated residents along Indian River Drive who for years have said deadly crashes, speeding.
It's every 20 minutes. Somebody's going 60, 70, 80 miles an hour.
And reckless driving like that seen here are seemingly constant, pressing for years for more safety measures.
We got to get it done. It's just so important.
Commissioners Tuesday voted to expedite plans to fund the design and construction of 3 new safety measures: audible pavement markings on the center line and outer edges of the pavement, radar speed feedback signs, and speed reduction markings. The first phase was set to cover just 6 miles of the 13-mile roadway at $250,000 this year. But commissioners voted to find ways to fund 3 years' worth of work in 1 year and complete the entire drive at $750,000. They're also planning to construct more 3-way stop signs at the Midway and Savannah Road intersections, working with the city of Fort Pierce.
One death is too many.
Residents working closest with Commissioner Zadovsky say this is progress a long time in the making, with design concepts set to be complete in as quickly as 3 months. Megan McRoberts, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Starting on Wednesday, CVS pharmacies across Florida will begin scheduling appointments for the COVID-19 vaccine, and select pharmacies in Palm Beach and St. Lucie counties are included. WPTV's Michelle Quesada has details.
Governor Ron DeSantis announced that select traditional CVS and CVS mass pharmacies will start administering the COVID-19 vaccine as soon as Thursday this week. Vaccines will only be given out by appointment only. And right now, CVS is not disclosing which locations will be participating.
Before she even starts her workday, Robin Kolodny volunteers to help people find COVID-19 vaccine appointments.
I don't mind doing it. I feel good about trying to help people because I know that this is difficult. I know it's hard to get these appointments. I've seen it with my parents.
She got involved after it took multiple tries to get her parents, who are in their late 70s, vaccinated. But the last week has been challenging with the lack of appointments available due to delays in vaccine shipment.
I feel bad because Publix, for many people, is the most convenient option.
Publix announcing 273 of its stores across 20 Florida counties received additional doses of the vaccine and will launch its online reservation again Wednesday morning. But appointments will not be available in every county.
They didn't want to make a bunch of appointments not knowing whether they'd have the vaccine there. So I think the minute that all of them have the vaccine and they know that they can offer it.
Governor Ron DeSantis announced starting Thursday, select CVS and CVS mass pharmacies will administer COVID-19 vaccines. CVS said locations in Palm Beach County and St. Lucie County will have appointments. Robin plans to be back on Publix's site Wednesday morning to try and find appointments for a list of at least 30 people she's helping.
I'll be setting up all my devices. I may be recruiting my husband to help for another pair of hands.
Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.
The city of Stuart is now cracking down on the use of plastic straws. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
I mean, it's a great thing. It helps the environment. It's biodegradable.
At the Sailor's Return restaurant in Stuart,
the city was actually kind enough to give us a heads up, and then we just made adjustments.
Plastic straws are a thing of the past, and paper straws are the new norm.
It does hurt a little bit of the more of an expensive product.
Beginning in 2021, city officials say businesses and vendors who distribute them could be subject to fines of up to $1,000.
Most of the enforcement right now with the plastic straw ordinance involves our neighborhood services division going out, talking to businesses and business owners, helping to get businesses into compliance that might not be.
The city also has a second ordinance banning straws and all other plastic items from events held on city property.
When we have 5,000-10,000 people at an event, we're not handing out 5,000-10,000 or more. It just compounds the problem.
AJ says his customers rarely notice the new paper straws.
We went through a couple of products because some of the products didn't work for us. One, dissolves too quickly. Another one, I guess we had a guest that complained that it made the drink taste a little funny.
And those that do generally welcome the change.
And I think that we have a lot of people that do care about the waters here for many years. They've been fighting for all the algae and everything.
In Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
Tiger Woods was in a serious car accident early yesterday morning in LA, and authorities say he's lucky to be alive. The LA County Sheriff's Department says that around 7:12 Pacific time in the AM, police responded to a single vehicle rollover crash south of Los Angeles. When they arrived on the scene, they found Tiger lucid and responsive, but trapped inside his SUV. They had to use a pry bar, an axe, and several other tools to free him. They actually pulled him out through the windshield. No one else was in the vehicle. Now, the authorities say they don't suspect Tiger was under the influence of anything, and they didn't take any blood. The Sheriff's Department says it could take up to investigation into the crash. News Time 7. Traffic together next.
$7:54 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Right now in Port St. Lucie, there is an accident. It's on Port St. Lucie Boulevard and Tulip, and in both directions, east and westbound, those directions, both lanes are being interrupted at the moment. Might want to try to avoid that area if you can this morning. And there's your latest look at traffic. A partly cloudy 66 in Port St. Lucie, and in Odessa, Texas, it's clear and 45. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Wednesday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 50s along the Treasure Coast, mostly clear skies and some patchy fog for the morning drive. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 80s, plenty of sunshine through the day, then some late day showers possible. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, our weather pattern, morning lows in the mid 60s and highs in the low 80s, partly sunny skies with low rain chances. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, Taryn Chris is going to be here. That's the Martin County Administrator. She'll be catching us up all things Martin County, Bonnie. Interesting to see if there's been any meetings or anything going on, or any chutzpah, as they say, going on in Martin County as of late, right?
Yeah, which Taryn has a lot of, that chutzpah.
Yeah, lots of the chutzpah, as they say. So make sure and listen in. Anyway, we're going to step back for a moment. The band's going to play once again, take us into top of the hour, where the news is coming up next right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We'll be back right after the news. Don't go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is the Wednesday edition of the show, hour number 3.
It's time!
Oh, yeah, I know it's time. That's what we're doing. Where have you been? You've been sleeping probably.
You know what today is?
Yes, I know what today is. Today is Wednesday, February 24th, 2021.
Please pick up the garbage from around your seat.
Okay, let me reach over and pick up that garbage. Okay, time officially 8:08. Mr. Clock, would you please certify that?
It's now 8:08 a.m.
That's a Get Up and Go Show band. They're always lively on a Wednesday. It's hump day. Normally, Taryn Krista, Martin County joins us at this time, but she's AWOL. No idea where she is.
Well, maybe she'll call us in the middle of this segment, and
I don't know.
we can always take Taryn's call, or she might be awfully busy doing her administrative things,
This
as
is
she
true.
does so wonderfully for Martin County.
This is true. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. No problem.
Yep, Evan, in the meantime, we do
Maybe she
have...
could be at the door knocking
She could be.
because we didn't leave the door unlocked.
All right.
Can you just
Why don't you go see while I give a Tiger Woods update?
Yeah, why
as
don't
I
you
was
do
just
that? I'm going to
gonna
let the
do.
music play underneath.
Excellent. So we do have an update on Tiger Woods, and it looks like he is awake and responsive and recovering right now. And this comes after his surgery. He's at the Harbor UCLA Medical Center, according to a statement. So, yes, golf legend Tiger Woods in that lengthy emergency surgery following that one vehicle rollover crash that, happened just over 24 hours ago in LA. A little bit of surgery, and this required the insertion of a rod, screws, and pins to stabilize his leg. Now, we kind of were under the impression, we saw a news story, did he break 2 of his legs in this rollover? Apparently, with the surgery he had at the hospital, like he's recovering, but he just had the insertion of the rod, screws, and pins to stabilize one leg, what we're seeing thus far. But anyway, he is awake, he is responsive, and he is recovering.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Where were we at? Oh,
But
she's not outside.
She is not outside.
Right,
See,
right.
I thought not. I thought we would hear the door knock out there.
Right.
So, but yeah, she must be busy with so many of her administrative things this morning. Sometimes we hear from Martha Ann Canese too, don't we, Evan?
Yeah, exactly. So I haven't heard from her either.
Yeah.
So what do you got for me this morning?
So
I'm
what-
just putting you on the spot.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
So I had a cool thing on. Oh, let's see. Do you remember the video game Frogger?
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely.
So we had a story. We loved to play Frogger when we were kids, didn't we? Like that 80s game. So it looks like now you can make some money. The 80s video game Frogger is being turned into a game show for the Peacock streaming service.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
So I don't know if you have that. I don't even know if we have the Peacock streaming service, but I'm sure we could get it.
Well,
And-
it is actually, it's a new streaming service that's out there because the WWE network is moving to the Peacock streaming service.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, so I'm going to
Okay.
have to look for that.
So we'll be able to get all the latest from WWE as well.
Yeah, you'll be able to watch it there.
And with this Frogger, contestants will play the part of the frog, of course, attempting to avoid those obstacles. Remember traffic, those snapping turtles, the hungry hippos, everything to make the game fun. And the game will test players' strength, strategy, and problem-solving abilities.
Really?
So look for Frogger, I guess, coming to the Peacock streaming service.
Wow.
Which is kind of a cool thing.
That's have you ever played Frogger before?
I did. Yeah.
You did?
It's been really a long time. I think it
Oh.
wasn't it one of the cool games with Atari? I think it was on the
Yeah.
Atari system, if I'm not mistaken.
Imagine what I can pull out of my.
Yeah. Oh, that brings back the memories.
Right? Does that bring back memories? Right? There's your Frogger.
You have the little frog springing across, getting
Right.
through those alligators
Yeah.
and the hippos,
Right? There it goes.
getting across the street. Wow.
That's a throwback, isn't it?
That is just music to my ears.
Really?
It makes me want to go gambling too. You know, I got excited the other day when I was going through the personal checkout at Winn-Dixie and doing my self checkout.
Right.
And when I was done checking out my groceries, Evan, it kind of did some ringy ding 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 dinging, and it reminded me of gambling, but the sound was kind of like one of those real good feelings where it gave me like a high, like euphoria. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it was because I saved on my groceries, you know, and with my Winn-Dixie card. But no, that ring dinging, that sound that you get and that feeling you get, like say if you're playing the slots and you hit a little jackpot and the ring ding dinging goes on, the lights and the buzzers.
Remember this one?
I do.
Does that bring back some memories or what?
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, does that bring back memories? I would go nuts playing that game.
Yeah.
I used to love playing this game when I was a kid. And then you would get caught.
Yeah, much
and
too
it was
soon,
so
too.
depressing when you got caught.
Oh yeah.
It just goes.
And so addicting, right?
Right?
Like that's what I like to hear.
But when you get caught,
Yeah.
you were toast. I wonder if it's going to do the sound effect when you get caught. I have to see here. Let's see. It's not looking good here for Pac-Man.
That's sounding like Yeah. Oh, I miss playing that now.
Give me another video game that you played when you were a kid. I'll see if I can find the sound for it.
My favorite one was from Nintendo and
Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong or Super Mario.
All right, let's see here.
Do Donkey Kong if you can find it. Yeah, that was a favorite.
All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can. Let's do Super Mario first. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see what we find here. All right, it's gonna play. This one?
Oh yeah.
Here's a good one for you.
That is.
Right? That brings back some memories. Little Super Mario.
Yeah.
Okay. That was always a good one.
Makes me want to go downhill skiing because we always played this one in the chalet at the ski hill, and they had Donkey Kong in there too. And I still think they have Mrs. Pac-Man. I know they did at one time when I used to go to Lefty's out to eat over by McDonald's on Port St. Lucie Boulevard. They had
See if you
Mrs.
remember this
Pac-Man.
one. I love this game. I used to love this game. Do you remember this one?
Oh,
this is Donkey Kong.
Excellent.
Classic Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
This was great. This game was so much fun. You had to try to get to the top, jump over the barrels, get up the ladder, and then you go up the ladder and save the girl that was on the ledge. And the little hearts.
Looked like Rapunzel or something,
Yeah.
didn't she, with the blonde hair hanging over the
Yes.
ledge?
Yes, name another one. Let's see. I'm going to go for Space Invaders.
Okay. Oh, that was a fun one.
Space Invaders
Yeah.
was pretty good. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Here's Space Invader. Let's see what we get here. It's got to
I
start.
remember that as one of the earliest.
Yeah,
that I
Space Invaders
played.
was a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
That's where you had the little triangle, the ship, and it went around in circles, and you press the button, I think it was.
But I remember playing
Oh, no, it
Pong
wasn't.
even
Here it
before
is.
that.
Here it is.
Pong.
Here it is. That's Space Invaders. That was another classic video game
Oh yeah.
from back in the day. God, give me another one, Bonnie. You got me going here
on
this
my
morning.
on my Atari system. Also, when I was a kid, I liked
Uh-huh.
Missile Command.
Missile Command. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can dig up that one.
That was up there, right up there with Pac-Man that I had. I think Frogger at the time.
Okay.
Oh, that was a good system.
All right. Here's Missile Command. Oh, wait. This is a commercial. We don't want to play the commercial.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to play the commercial. Hold on. While we're waiting for that to load, we'll say good morning to whoever's on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And what game, before you heard of any of those other games that you always played?
Pong, right?
No, before any of those video games before those ever came out, what game did you play?
Oh, man.
Tetra?
Tetris? I don't know.
No, the pinball game.
Oh, the
Ding, 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 ding,
pinball.
ding, ding.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, everybody played the pinball game.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
love the pinball game. Yeah.
Here's Bonnie. There's your Missile Command right there.
Atari.
Right? Yeah. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find a pinball machine.
That pinball gave you that. Yes. Yes, George. It gave you that great feeling.
Wow,
too,
look
didn't
at
it?
you. All right, let's see here.
There you.
Here we go.
Yep. There it is.
There it is. Is that crazy?
They had like pinball in every bar, I swear, when I
Yeah.
was a kid.
Mhm.
Just about every single tavern.
I used to be so good at those pinball games.
Man, pinball games were great. But if you
Yeah,
hit the
yeah.
machine too hard, it would just tilt.
Yeah, tilt.
Some people would tilt it to get the advantage.
Here's a pinball
Yeah.
machine.
And then you would find these pinball games in any 7-Eleven store too.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
that's
so?
true. Yeah, you would. You definitely would.
I don't remember that. Them being in a like a gas station.
Oh yeah, they used to have it in a corner somewhere, and people would come in. They play the pinball game.
Oh, here we
they
go.
pick up
Here's
their-
an old one. Here we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's an old pinball machine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like
Wow.
ancient, right?
That takes me. I'm dating myself. Wow. Okay.
But like up north, we didn't have them in the 7-Elevens, but
No.
you probably did down here and
Yeah.
maybe on the East Coast.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Yeah.
another one too was there was Missile Command, Space Invaders,
What's another one?
Asteroids would have been.
Oh, Asteroids.
Another
Yes.
one.
Yeah, asteroids.
Asteroids was let's see, Asteroids. Here we go. Play this a little bit forward here. There you go.
Oh yeah.
That was Asteroids.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was
Yeah.
a fun game.
That was almost as cool as Missile Command, if
Yeah.
not cooler.
Wow.
And
So,
what-
so
yeah.
guys, how is the weather down there?
Right now, Bonnie, temperature check, please.
Temperature is 66 and partly cloudy, so we're very ideal.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, our snow is complete and ice is completely gone. Everything melted. When it hit 50 degrees, when I said I was going to make the snowman, it hit 50 degrees and everything melted.
Really?
Today is supposed to be today's supposed to be high as 62 degrees.
Wow.
You know.
So you can thaw
Oh.
out now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can thaw
well,
out.
I turned off the heat.
There you go.
All
right.
Oh man.
All right, very good. We got to
So,
get running here. We
how-
got to do precious
how's your
metals
turkey
report.
doing?
My turkey's in the freezer, still waiting for you to be behind down here and cook my turkey in my freezer. So we need to figure out a date to get you down here.
Yeah, we want some turkey
know.
sandwiches.
Maybe you can make it down for my birthday.
Your birthday? When's your? Oh, that's it. That you're St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Well, I can make an Irish stew. Oh.
Oh, dude, why don't you come down? Come down for my birthday. Come spend a week down here for my birthday.
Oh. Well, I would have to see what the time is. With timing
It's
here.
all in the timing. All right, got to
All
run.
in
Got to
timing.
take
All
care of
right.
some business. We'll talk to you later. All right, time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold will be opening up this morning at $1,799.20 an ounce, and silver will be opening up at $27.65 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:22 is the time right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news. Let's head over to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Starting on Wednesday, CVS pharmacies across Florida will begin scheduling appointments for the COVID-19 vaccine, and select pharmacies in Palm Beach and St. Lucie counties are included. WPTV's Michelle Quesada has details.
Governor Ron DeSantis announced that select traditional CVS and CVSE mass pharmacies will start administering the COVID-19 vaccine as soon as Thursday this week. Vaccines will only be given out by appointment only. And right now, CVS is not disclosing which locations will be participating.
Before she even starts her workday, Robin Kolodny volunteers to help people find COVID-19 vaccine appointments.
I don't mind doing it. I feel good about trying to help people because I know that this is difficult. I know it's hard to get these appointments. I've seen it with my parents.
She got involved after it took multiple tries to get her parents, who are in their late 70s, vaccinated. But the last week has been challenging with the lack of appointments available due to delays in vaccine shipment.
I feel bad because Publix, for many people, is the most convenient option.
Publix announcing 273 of its stores across 20 Florida counties received additional doses of the vaccine and will launch its online reservation again Wednesday morning. But appointments will not be available in every county.
They didn't want to make a bunch of appointments not knowing whether they'd have the vaccine there. So I think the minute that all of them have the vaccine and they know that they can offer, then they're going to offer it.
Governor Ron DeSantis announced starting Thursday, select CVS and CVSE mass pharmacies will administer COVID-19 vaccines. CVS said locations in Palm Beach County and St. Lucie County will have appointments. Robin plans to be back on Publix's site Wednesday morning to try and find appointments for a list of at least 30 people she's helping.
I'll be setting up places. I may be recruiting my husband to help for another pair of hands.
Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.
Citrus growers on the Treasure Coast say they've gotten the squeeze this year as tariffs have made it harder to move their product. WPTV's John Shaman has the details.
Through several hurricanes and the devastation brought on by citrus greening,
and the quality of the crop internally was actually pretty good this year.
the conveyor belts keep rolling each winter at Riverfront Packing Company in Indian River County.
We've had good weather all winter, which has helped us. We didn't have any freeze threats. We didn't have any hurricanes.
But Dan Ritchie says what they did have this year were tariffs. Their grapefruit crop was caught in the squeeze between the U.S. and the EU.
We got hit by the European Union with a 26.5% tariff on grapefruit. Prior to that, the tariff was 1.5%.
Normally, 40% of the fruit from the Indian River District would be heading to Europe. That number was cut dramatically this year. Still, the overall news is encouraging. After more than a decade and a half, the tide seems to be turning. Citrus growers now are looking to plant again, planting more disease-resistant trees.
We have over 30 growers and groves each.
Doug Bornick with the Indian River Citrus League says the industry managed to keep its 10,000-person workforce intact even through COVID.
The growers and the packers and the shippers and the supply lines to provide Indian River citrus and all of Florida agriculture, the cattlemen kept working.
Ritchie's optimistic that the tariff will be gone next year, and this year's winter weather sets up great for the year ahead.
The trees went into a state of dormancy. As they came out of that dormancy, we had rain and warm temperatures, which have really shot these trees with a massive new leaves coming out and a real positive bloom starting to happen.
The hope is these trees will soon carry more of the Cadillac of the grapefruit world. In Indian River County, John Shainman, WPTV, News Channel 5.
And lastly, if you're looking for something to do this weekend in Martin County, well, we have something for you to do. The 31st annual Downtown Stewart Art Festival will be going on. It takes place on Osceola Street in historic downtown Stewart. Saturday and Sunday, you can come out and attend both days from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And to learn more about the Downtown Stewart Art Festival, just go to artfestival.com. Actress Shailene Woodley confirmed her engagement to Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers during an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon that aired Monday. Woodley, who was nominated for an Emmy Award for her role in the HBO drama series Big Little Lies, said she and Rodgers got engaged a while ago. Rodgers, age 37, had mentioned his engagement and thanked his fiancée while accepting his third career MVP award on February 6th, but didn't say her name. News time is 8:28. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
Eight 28 the time right now. The Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie.
Well, the roads are looking good this morning. It's a nice, clear ride. It's dry out too on your way to work. Great conditions, and we're not finding any tie-ups or accidents at the moment. But if you see something, say something. Give us a call right here at 220-9720 WSTU. A partly cloudy sky, 66 in Port St. Lucie, and in Tarapoto, Peru, 75 and cloudy. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Wednesday sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 50s along the Treasure Coast, mostly clear skies and some patchy fog for the morning drive. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 80s, plenty of sunshine through the day, then some late day showers possible. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow through Friday, high pressure controls our weather pattern. Morning lows in the mid 60s and highs in the low 80s. Partly sunny skies with low rain chances. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the biggest little radio show on the biggest little planet, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 8:32 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time to go to outer space and catch up on all things pertaining to NASA and then some. Here's Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir. Well, it was on this date in history, 1969. It says Mariner 6 spacecraft flew by Mars. Very successful mission where we took some nice pictures of it at that time. In 2007, NASA launched its Rosetta spacecraft. This spacecraft flew by Mars and made its closest approach on this date in history, en route to orbiting another spacecraft. They came within 160 miles of the red planet. And in 2011, NASA launched its STS-133. This mission installed the Canadarm2 to the International Space Station. It also was a mission that was flown by a replacement astronaut. A month before liftoff, the original crew member, Tim Kopra, was injured in a bicycle accident, and he was replaced by Stephen Bowen. Don't worry, because Kopra went on to fly another mission. SpaceX had announced that they will be sending new solar space station using a SpaceX. The new solar panels, when it is launched, it should be late this year, early next year, when these new arrays arrive at the station. SpaceX also has let it be known that they are very pleased with the Dragon 2 spacecraft that's attached to the International Space Station. They've said that everything is working extremely well on the Dragon. If you can believe it or not, the Dragon is the home for one of the astronauts. Mike Hopkins has made himself a home living on the Dragon spacecraft. There were not enough rooms outside in the International Space Station, so his bunking quarters are now on the spacecraft itself. Yesterday was a static firing for SpaceX of a Falcon 9 rocket that took place at 3 o'clock in the morning, this morning. They now set the stage for a launch to take place of orbiting 60 more Starlink satellites on the 28th at 8:37 p.m. So it looks like that's the next mission that'll fly from the Cape. China's cosmonaut have decided that they would start practicing for extravehicular activities. This is in preparation for China launching their own space station in the end of this year, early next year. And part of that crew may be a female cosmonaut, Wang Yaoping, who has already spent 15 days in space. She may be going back again as part of the group that gets China ready for their own space station. Russia says that they plan on launching more than 10 satellites into orbit. The Sputnik company expects to send more than 10 small spacecrafts during 2 rocket launches from Baikonur. So a lot of companies are getting into the business of sending payloads into space. Russia has also had acoustic testing of their Luna 25 spacecraft. This will be the next spacecraft that Russia uses to fly to the moon and get information. SpaceX also plans to launch 2 Falcon Heavy rockets this year, one in July and the other in October, carrying special satellites for the government. It's needed because they have a high throw rate. This vehicle can place a lot more. It actually is 3 first stages put together and then launched at the same time. They hope to recover all three stages once the spacecraft is successfully on its way. The FAA has of SpaceX's Starship SN9. The reason for the failure apparently heating in one of the sections of the engines, and as a result, the engine shut down. SpaceX yesterday tested their new Spaceship SN10 in its first static firing. It lasted 2.3 seconds, and the static firing had all three Raptor engines lit. So now it's just a wait and see game as to exactly when they will attempt the launch of this new Starship. United Launch Alliance's Vulcan Pathfinder rocket is being placed on its launch pad at the Cape. They're using the Pathfinder, which is an inert vehicle, in order to make sure the connections are correct when it's time to stack the actual vehicle on its launch pad. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about China launching new satellites and NASA postponing its Space Launch System Green Run test. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
Hey, thank you very much. That is the one and only Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday, Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Time to head on over to one of my favorite places to go and eat. I haven't been there in a while, so I need to get down there. Maybe I'll stop there and get a sandwich on the way to the stadium today and take it with me. Ellie's Downtown Deli. Bonnie?
And you know what, too, Evan? You can create your own sandwich at Ellie's Deli, or you can have maybe Chef Mark make you one of his amazing signature sandwiches. On choosing your own, maybe you want roast beef and cheddar. Maybe make it maple glazed ham, oven gold turkey, and provolone cheese. Or how about a roasted chicken salad sandwich with a hot bowl of soup today? Chef Mark, too, has fresh desserts like Rocky Road loaded peanut butter brownies, Oreo pie, and keep in mind at Ellie's Deli you can eat in takeout. They have free delivery area. They also have full service event catering. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street. They're just off Colorado in Stuart, and you can call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
It is 8:40 right now. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town on anything that pertains to precious metals. Go see my good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin with locations all across the Treasure Coast. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. And St. Lucie County commissioners are speeding up plans to improve safety on Indian River Drive. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has more.
On the February 7th,
Timothy Treewin speaking out for the first time.
5:30 p.m., my 32-year-old daughter, mother of an 11-month-old child, was killed in a head-on collision on Indian River Drive. I'm sad.
He and his wife showing St. Lucie County commissioners the depth of their loss nearly 2 weeks after losing their daughter.
This is our first night with Claudia.
They say they adopted Claudia.
She's in an orphanage in Guatemala.
She even became the first in her biological family to graduate college.
With an AA in culinary arts.
They joined the chorus of voices from frustrated residents along Indian River Drive who for years have said deadly crashes, speeding.
It's every 20 minutes. Somebody's going 60, 70, 80 miles an hour.
And reckless driving like that seen here are seemingly constant, pressing for years for more safety measures.
We got to get it done. It's just so important.
Commissioners Tuesday voted to expedite plans to fund the design and construction of 3 new safety measures: audible pavement markings on the center line and outer edges of the pavement, radar speed feedback signs, and speed reduction markings. The first phase was set to cover just 6 miles of the 13-mile roadway at $250,000 this year. The commissioners voted to find ways to fund 3 years' worth of work in 1 year and complete the entire drive at $750,000. They're also planning to construct more three-way stop signs at the Midway and Savannah Road intersections, working with the city of Fort Pierce.
One death is too many.
Residents working closest with Commissioner Zadovsky say this is progress a long time in the making, with design concepts set to be complete in as quickly as 3 months. Megan McRoberts, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Golf legend Tiger Woods' lengthy emergency surgery following his one-vehicle rollover crash required the insertion of a rod, screws, and pins to stabilize his leg. According to a statement on his Twitter account, Woods was awake, responsive, and recovering after the surgery at the Harbor UCLA Medical Center, the statement said. The city of Stuart is now cracking down on the use of plastic straws. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
I mean, it's a great thing. It helps the environment. It's biodegradable.
At the Sailor's Return restaurant in Stuart,
The city was, and then we just made adjustments.
plastic straws passed and paper straws are the new norm.
It does hurt a little bit of the bottom line because it's a little more of an expensive product.
Beginning in 2021, city officials say businesses and vendors who distribute them could be subject to fines of up to $1,000.
Most of the enforcement right now with the plastic straw ordinance involves our neighborhood services division going out, talking to businesses and business owners, helping to get businesses into compliance that might not be.
The city also has a second ordinance banning straws and all other plastic items from events held on city property.
When we have 5,000-10,000 people at an event, we're not handing out 5,000-10,000 or more straws, and compounds the problem.
AJ says his customers rarely notice the new paper straws.
We went through a couple of products because some of the products didn't work for us. One dissolves too quickly. Another one, I guess we had a guest that complained that it made the drink taste a little funny.
And those that do generally welcome the change.
And I think that we have a lot of people that do care about the waters here. For many years, they've been fighting for all the algae and everything.
In Stuart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Governor Ron DeSantis has directed flags at 3 state buildings to be flown at half-staff today to honor Palm Beach resident and conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh, who died last week. DeSantis sent a memorandum Tuesday to Tom Berger, Florida's Director of Real Estate Development and Management, Palm Beach Mayor Gail Cognilio, and County Mayor Dave Kerner. It directs the state and U.S. flags to be flown at half-staff from sunrise to sunset at the Palm Beach County Courthouse in West Palm Beach, Town Hall in Palm Beach, and the Florida Capitol Building in Tallahassee. During a news conference in West Palm Beach last week, DeSantis announced that he intended to have flags in Florida lowered once funeral arrangements for Limbaugh had been made. The decision has been met with backlash by several state leaders, including Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, who said she would disregard DeSantis's order. West Palm Beach Mayor Keith James told WPTV on Monday that the city would not be lowering the flags. Oakland Park Mayor Jane F. Bolin said the governor's order violates the state's flag protocol. Palm Beach County Commissioner Melissa McKinley announced Tuesday night on Twitter that the county courthouse wouldn't be lowering its flag. Lastly, looking for something to do this weekend, we have it here in downtown Stuart. It's the 31st Downtown Stuart Art Festival. It will go on this Saturday and Sunday, of course, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And to learn more, just go to artfestival.com. The Houston Rockets waived center DeMarcus Cousins on Tuesday. The move came after a mutual decision was made between the team and the big man to part ways. Cousins, whose veteran's minimum salary of $2.3 million was guaranteed by the Rockets last week as a token of gratitude, will explore interest from other teams. Cousins, age 30, a 4-time All-Star attempting to resuscitate his career after a series of serious injuries, averaged 9.6 points per game and 7.6 shooting only 37.6% from the floor in 25 games with the Rockets. Our news time is 8:47. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
8:48 the time right now. The Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology, the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, we're not finding any accidents to report right now. The major highways, they look good north and southbound, and this including Martin County and St. Lucie County. Side streets, it looks like US 1 moving smoothly this morning. There's your latest look at traffic. Partly cloudy, and it's 73 in Palm City. In Carson City, Nevada, it's 24. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Wednesday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 50s along the Treasure Coast, mostly clear skies and some patchy fog for the morning drive. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 80s, plenty of sunshine through the day, then some late day showers possible. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow through Friday, high pressure controls our weather pattern. Morning lows in the mid 60s and highs in the low 80s, partly sunny skies with low rain chances. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:52, the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. We have a phone call. Let's go to the phones. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Evan and Bonnie. How are you
yeah. Our favorite friend.
Morning.
Good morning here. Well, Ed and I we took a trip up here to the Smoky Mountains and enjoying the sunrise here.
Oh, okay. And
what?
Well, what are you doing there? I mean, you got to tell us what the heck's going on, you know?
Did you see any horses up there?
Any who?
Horses?
Yeah, horses, you know, the things with 4 legs and a tail, and they go,
Evan, do that again. I want to hear that so Edna can hear that.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Oh, she got out her shotgun.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna, since the snow melted up through most of the places here, we thought we'd take a nice drive up here, and we're gonna camp out here for a while.
Oh, you're going to camp out. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to build a big bonfire on the Smoky Mountain?
Oh, we can't do that. You can't have a bonfire in the Smoky Mountains.
Why not?
Because it'd be too smoky.
Oh, is that supposed to be funny? Tell me when to laugh, okay?
Okay, go ahead and laugh.
All right, thank you.
Is really, truthfully, is building a campfire up there prohibited? Maybe.
Well, you have certain areas that you're allowed to do it. But, oh yeah, there's old Nelly.
Jeez, what's going on over there? Where you?
Oh, we got. Well, looks like some people are running away from a bear.
Oh, okay. Wow. Sounds like you got horse. Are you in the barn or something?
Oh no, we're outside the barn. We got to go. Edna's cooking up some breakfast. Some folks around. We gotta keep too, because you gotta watch those bears. They can tear up a place.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing like a good home cooked breakfast too in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, we invited Fredo and Bentley. We're just wondering if they're gonna come up or not. Oh, here they comes the horses.
Maybe they're riding of the horses on up.
There they go.
I'm just waiting for a pig to come by.
A pig?
Yeah. We're gonna have us a big, luau like.
Wait a minute. How do you have a luau? How do you have a luau?
Well, you build a pit and you put you put the pig in there, and you get a bunch of women who want to just shake their booty like Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Okay.
Shake.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I remember that one. I definitely remember that. Okay.
Do you put the lays on while you're wearing the snowmobile suits?
Put who on?
The lays. The lays.
You gotta talk to Edna about that one.
Wow.
Evan, we have you and Bonnie on a big monitor on a TV watching you laugh.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you? Okay.
Are we like on a big monitor right on top of the Smoky Mountain?
Oh yeah.
Peering down at everybody down the hillside?
Well, the animals are looking at there, and they're kind of like, wonder what's going on over there.
Oh, well, I mean, it's there's nothing going on over here. That's all the sounds I'm hearing in the background.
Yeah, it's where the action's at.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, we may be coming back down to Florida maybe in the end of March, maybe April. We'll have to see.
Oh, that'd be nice. Maybe you can coordinate you and Edna coming down here, because I understand that George might be coming down. I'm trying to talk him to come down for my birthday. We've had this turkey in the freezer that's been sitting there. It's probably got freezer.
Turkey there?
Yeah, it's probably got freezer burn by now.
Oh, you wouldn't have freezer burn if it's wrapped up.
Well, it's in the original packing. I think it's like a 24-pound turkey or something like that.
That's a big bird.
But I don't know how to cook that thing. Bonnie, do you know how to cook a turkey?
I do. Yeah.
You do?
Put it in an oven.
Gee, thanks. Bonnie, would you come over and cook the turkey for me?
I could cook
I'll
it,
let you
yeah.
and Gary eat some of it if you cook it.
That would be delightful.
Edna can make you a nice dessert. What's your favorite dessert there, young man?
I like pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie. That's your favorite. Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Cheesecake or
I love cheesecake.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love cheesecake.
Nothing like a New York style.
Hey, old man, listen, we got to let you run. We're coming up to the end of the show, so we want to say thank you for calling in, and tell Edna, give Edna a big smooch for us, if you would, okay?
Okay, I got in my mouth.
All
Hold
right,
on.
go do what you got to do.
And
We'll talk.
thanks for promoting us out there.
Yes,
up
thank
there
you
in
so
Big
much.
Smoky.
Really appreciate
Yes.
it.
Okay, you have a good day, guys.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later. You have a great day
Great
as well.
day.
All right, bye bye. All right, bye bye now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We are like on
Show's
top.
over. And we're done.
We've already run out of time again.
And this is where we say goodbye.
Goodbye. Don't say goodbye.
We'd like to hang around and help clean up. That ended well.
Yeah, everything always ends well around here, Bonnie, right?
Yeah. And I was going to mention we're on top of the Smoky Mountains. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Don't you just feel powerful?
I do. Then again, we always feel powerful because
Yeah.
we are the most powerful morning radio show there is out there, known to man. That's why they call us the biggest little radio show on the face of the planet.
Known to man and some animals.
That's
right.
right.
Now.
That's right. Animals, farm animals. We're award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show. We remind you that if you have good values on the inside, you won't want to look for validation on the outside. Bonnie and I, of course, again, we always have lots of love in this room, and we send it out to everybody.
And plenty of sunshine to go around. Enjoy it today.
Enjoy your day, folks. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Don't you dare touch that dial.